Holy hospa, everybody. We've got an awesome creators corner where we're talking Schticks and Stones holiday special. We've got creator special guest himself, Mr. What shall we call him? I don't want to mispronounce his last name. No, I'm just kidding. It's Aaron Cohen, everybody. He's going to be with us. We're going to have a great time tonight because it's going to be filled with laughs. Let's do this, everybody, here on
Hello there. So who talks first? You talk first? I talk first.
I'll talk first, everybody. Hey, good evening, everybody. We're doing our awesome Tuesday night special where we are talking Creators Corner.
Thursday.
We got a special guest with us. What?
Thursday.
Oh my gosh, my week has been crazy. It is Thursday. Holy guacamole, Batman.
Don't make me do the week over again, dude.
Right. I don't want to do the week over again. Holy moly. So yeah, hey, it's Thursday night, everybody. And we're gonna have a great time tonight. I want to go ahead and bring in our special guest, Mr. Aaron Cohen. Everybody say hello to the man himself.
Hello,
Aaron.
everybody. Thanks for having me, Michael and Stephen. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, we're glad to. I already skipped. I threw myself off with the date time frame. Hey, everybody, I'm Stephen, your co-host, along with Mr. Mike, the most beardiest dude I know, Shanks, as co-host. And we've got Aaron Cohen with us tonight. Hey, we're excited that everybody, if this is your first time catching us on a Tuesday or Thursday evening, because we'll do either or, and we do Creators Corners, we have been blessed with the opportunity to talk with different creators from all over the world, doing different things, different special projects, Kickstarter campaigns, and it's been a lot of fun. We've really enjoyed it. And so we've got a brand new guest with us, Aaron, they are working right now on a comic, which is called Schticks and Stones, and I'll ask him here in just a minute what that is. But he also has a partner in crime, probably technically two, I guess. Really, so you are the writer. The artist is who's the artist? That's Alex.
Alex Schumacher is the artist and co-creator as well. So I'm co-creator writer. He's co-creator artist, and then our colorist is Ralph Singh.
Nice.
Yeah.
So there's three people involved. But we're blessed to get Aaron because, other people can't make it. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm sure they would come if they wanted to be here. No, we're excited to have you here. Yeah, we really appreciate the opportunity. So,
Aaron's probably the funniest of the three. So
I don't know. They're all pretty good, but this way we don't know how funny they are. You just get me.
This is true.
Right. That means we just got to get everybody
back.
There's
no comparison. That's when everybody wins.
Right. I love it. Real quick, Master Fame gives a shout out, says yo, glad that you're here with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Nobody
fool
is in the house. Hey man,
our Rippaverse,
glad you're here with us,
our fellow Rippaverse fan.
Right. And then Master Fame says love history. Well, just wait till see what happens tonight, because I'm not even sure what's going to happen tonight. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, here's the deal. So, Aaron, tell us about your project, Schticks and Stones. And then here in a few minutes, we're going to bring up the Kickstarter page, share some congratulations for you where you're at in your campaign, but also to let other people know kind of more about what is on your campaign, because you still have a little bit of time left on there.
Yeah,
so
halfway through. Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa. Sorry.
We're halfway
there.
Living on a prayer.
I knew where that was going.
Well played. All right. So tell us about the comic.
Well, Living on a Prayer, not a bad song for a somewhat holiday themed special, I would guess. If we're gonna at the end of this put a playlist together, we can put that on there.
Nice.
And then be solid, along with maybe some Louis Prima and some other fun tunes. I think Schticks and Stones Holiday Special is really a love letter to Alex and our families. It's three Jewish holidays, three madcap mysteries, one Meshuggah family, and it's what created here is one family that you see throughout all three of these holidays, and how the chaos and the quirkiness and everything they go through sort of adds to the flavor of who they are. Each story is a mystery. It's led by the lead character, whose name is Ben Feynman. It's all the Feynmans. Ben,
Okay.
precocious 12-year-old who thinks he's a cross between Bugsy Siegel and Columbo. So everybody in the family, he wears a suit all the time and kind of creates these little Scooby-Doo style mysteries out of every holiday, right? So the three holidays that we highlight in the holiday special is Passover, Hanukkah, and Purim.
Okay.
And it's really focused on this family and these mysteries, Jewish representation and culture, and then
Okay.
also showing, how comedy and families and chaos and being seen as a kid, and all of these things are universal. You know, like the joke that I was talking to people about with putting on the Kickstarter page as we should put somewhere on a great jumping on point for non-Jews. Um, because it's really,
I'll sign up.
yeah, because it's accessible, it's relatable, and it really is. Alex and I love the Sunday funnies, and it has a real Sunday funny Calvin and Hobbes Peanuts
Mm,
holiday special vibe to it. You know, we grew up on those. We have a lot of affection for it. When you're dealing with, Alex is an amazing cartoonist, so you have a lot of Looney Tunes influence.
Nice.
Um, Comedically for me, I grew up reading a lot of Archie's and Harvey books and all these
okay.
things that really,
Yeah. I think we're
um,
dating ourselves here.
yeah, Archie's still coming out. Archie's still going.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, they're coming out. They're
yeah,
they're actually in the bedrooms of 12-year-old girls, as
yeah.
Sheldon would say on Big Bang.
Everybody loves the Archie books. Well, they got the Riverdale. Now they're scary. Now they're scary,
No.
Archie.
Oh, yes, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. But that's also part of what I love, and part of what Sticks and Stones represents is malleable characters that you can put into different situations. So with these three holiday stories, they're all connected by one short story that connects all four, where Ben is being interviewed by his cousin Ella. Ella is 15 years old and fancies herself an influencer, has her own YouTube channel and
Oh,
a show called Schmoozin' with Ella, and she interviews Ben on it, and it's sort of like the beginning of a Scorsese movie, right? Where you see him being interviewed. He's like, "Well, it was that kind of thing," and then he talks all through these holiday adventures that he has and these mysteries that he solves, um, and it's just fun, and it's just something we wanted to do to bring, that feeling of relatability, have these fun Jewish characters, and have something joyful out that people can read and be entertained by and enjoy, without having read anything before it, and meet these characters. So,
Hmm.
as fans of like Hanna-Barbera and things like Family Guy and The Simpsons, you know,
mhm.
these characters are unique. And what we love is the family has so many different characters in it that we can just pull out anybody and tell their story, right? And everybody has that crazy aunt, and that mom who sings songs, and that one family member who you only see at holidays, who keeps asking you if you remember who they are. You know, so all those things. So
I
yeah,
had
so
to
it's
share
it's
this.
a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and we just want to bring that out to people. And the goal is that it's the first in the series of Sticks and Stones books.
Nice.
Nice. So what was your biggest, I mean, why this book? I mean, what's the why behind it? Like, was it just, we'll do a, we're going to do this story, or, hey, let's talk about our family, or, oh, this would be a great idea. Was there anything driving purpose behind doing this specifically?
Yeah, it was very organic.
Okay.
So that started as a short project called a short story called Crime and Passover, which is part of this book, part of Sticks and Stones.
Okay.
Crime and
Cool.
Passover, we did as a standalone story, and it was in the Cloakroom anthology. Scott Snyder presents the Cloakroom number 3. Um, so that
Okay.
they had a holiday special. They had a holiday anthology, And then Crime and Passover was a story featured in that anthology. I wrote it to be in there because I thought, well, a holiday anthology, you don't see a lot of Jewish stories in holiday anthologies. Doing a Passover story would be kind of fun. So that was when I first met Alex. And Alex and I were introduced by our mutual friend, Tony Wolf, who's an amazing writer and artist in his own right. I sent him the script and I said, I want to, produce this for this holiday anthology. Is there someone who might fit? And he said, you need to talk to Alex. If you work together, it'll be great. If you don't work together, it'll still be great because you guys will really get along, right? And he was 100% right. And, Alex, read the script and just immediately related to it and from his perspective and saw his family in Crime and Passover. And then we just went ahead and created that story. And in creating that story, inadvertently just dug a hole for ourselves and said, well, now we have all these amazing characters. And what are we going to do now?
Right. Yeah.
We just really fell in love with the family and the idea of, I love the little mysteries. I love Scooby-Doo, and I love being able to kind of make these mystery stories the A story with the idea of the holidays and kind of the Jewish iconography and all the other aspects being the setting, right? So you could follow it as the mystery and these characters that are all one thing, but then everything else you just drop someone into an environment. So it's like anything else, it's not an educational book, but if you're not careful, you're going to learn something. It's entertaining.
So kind of like a Jewish PSA.
Yeah, and it's not at all. I mean, it's more like it's more like you watch something, you're like, wait a minute, I don't know what that word is in Yiddish. I'm going to look it up.
The Jews taught me a great word, schmuck, and I've been a schmuck.
Schmuck is great. Schmuck is great. And that's the thing about Yiddish that's really funny is that it is, Eastern European, Jewish in nature, a combination of many languages that came over from with immigrants into the country, but it's a major part of the lexicon now. It's like everyone knows some Yiddish words. They don't know the deep cuts, and we have some deep cuts. But it's it'll get you on different levels of, oh, I know this, oh, I don't know this, oh, I appreciate this, and oh, this is there. So anyway, so we did the short. We both really enjoyed the collaboration, creating that together, and we both thought, this has legs to it. We want to kind of see where these characters go. I think we can do something ongoing that we really enjoy with these characters. So then I thought it'd be really interesting to do, instead of earning your holiday special, like most books and animated series like to do, we're like, let's start with it. So
that's a good point. Now that I think about it, you're right. Everybody does their holiday specials after they already have. Name it like a Star Wars holiday special. I
had this really weird idea. That is, oh my gosh, yeah, please. Yeah, we're going to have a fun game inside the book called Spot the Ewok. It's like a Where's Waldo, and you got to find him. It's like, find a Wookiee, get a cookie.
I like that.
Yeah.
Good one.
So, we did the short. We wanted to do this. The holiday special in my mind then sort of became creating the book I wanted to see as a kid. I was like, it just doesn't exist for families as a standalone comic with holidays. And even Hanukkah, maybe. But Hanukkah, Passover, Purim, these other holidays that are a little, more inside Judaism, you don't really, know them all as much. And so I thought having that and creating that I wanted, that Alex wanted, would be cool to have in the world, in the universe. And then also in terms of introducing characters, I was like, this is a great opportunity to not just introduce the characters, but to put them all in this pressure cooker environment of the holidays. And that's when you really see who these characters are, right? What came out, how they operate. It's like Ben's time to shine as a little detective, right? Trying to rise within his family, right?
I love the Columbo reference because I was a kid. I loved Columbo.
Yeah,
loved Columbo.
Because it was a mystery, right? And it was funny. And
Yeah.
and as a performer, he was Peter Falk. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Well, good point. so I want to go to the Kickstarter page so people can kind of see it. Now we've kind of introduced it, but I want people to kind of see some of the images and stuff. Let me bring up my screen here real quick. So if they want to check this out on Kick,
Master Fame's killing me. Like and subscribe. Taking it. No, it was great. Good one.
Oh yeah, I showed that earlier.
Oh yeah.
I didn't want to interrupt, but yeah, like and subscribe.
Oh, I just caught it. Nice. So, if people want to find this on Kickstarter, what's the best phrase or anything for them to find?
Look up Schticks. SCH. It's right there. Not a ton of other Schticks on the platform.
Oh yeah, that's probably
right. Okay, so I'm just going to push enter. 96 projects, and there it is, everybody. It's the first one. So, and there's Aaron Cohen. So I'm going to go there. The least that's how everybody you can find it. Just go to Kickstarter.com, put in Schticks, and it'll pop it right up as your first one. So anyway, walk us through this. So it's kind of exciting because your goal was 2,500, but now you're already at 4,000. That's pretty cool.
We're very lucky. I mean, that happened on day one. We hit our initial funding goal on day one, which blew our minds. This is Alex and my first solo Kickstarter campaign. We've been a part of other people's campaigns and created things for other people's campaigns, but the first one that's all ours. So it was kind of just jumping in with both feet, and there was a lot of crazy emojis flying around that day. I'll tell you that much.
Gosh, I can't imagine. What was it like just getting things prepped for day one? Was it nerve-wracking? Were you like trying to figure out the platform? Did you have to ask for help? That kind of a thing?
It was, I'm a big believer in asking for help and bringing in people who know what they're doing. Alex and I on the creative side had a beat on what we wanted to do. On the Kickstarter side, for page design, we brought in a buddy named Joey Galvez, who is super talented at page creation. He was able to help us put the page together. And created some of the icons and puts it all of that. And he's awesome. And it would not be the page it is without him.
We're going to review that, everybody, just so you can kind of walk through and see it. So
he's been a huge help and phenomenal. So you get by with a little help from your friends.
nice.
So what's happening in this their main image? What's happening right here?
So that's a panel from one of the stories. And that is Ben and his cousin Mark, who is
this Ben?
That's Ben. Yeah.
Okay, Ben's on the right. Okay.
Yeah, and his cousin Mark, who is kind of like his polar opposite and nemesis, but for no good reason, because Mark is the nicest kid you're ever going to want to meet. And this is where he is blaming Mark for cheating in the middle of the holiday dinner, and was going to prove to the family as part of the mystery what's really happening behind their backs.
Okay. All right. Say no more. No spoilers. I don't want
to.
What'd you say? What was the last thing you said?
And Mark is completely taken by surprise, clearly.
Right.
In that thing.
Okay.
Well, I was reading the one page on the Kickstarter and something about how he said family fortune has been stolen and I'm going to prove who did it. And I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah. It's funny how it goes. And it's the fun part about the little mysteries is being able to like put a twist in and a little surprises in, and I created a little bit of a puzzle box for myself to write my way out of.
Oh, okay.
So when you do your writing, kind of what's your process? I mean, you talk about putting yourself in a box. Some people say start at the beginning. People start at the middle. Some people start with the end. Some are pantsers. Some are plotters. How do you work your stories?
It's different for a lot of different stories. Sometimes depending on how the idea comes to me.
Okay.
But with this particular one, with the initial story, I created the characters first because I feel like all good stories come from character. Right? So first it came from the characters. And then I had this innate idea that, and always about Passover specifically, that the idea of Passover, there's a service before dinner called the Seder, and at the Seder, everyone
Hmm.
sits together. And the Seder could be an hour and a half to 2 hours before anybody eats anything. Like you're just sitting there at the table,
Wow.
you know, reading and doing the Seder. And I thought, well, this is a great place for like an Agatha Christie Clue style mystery, right? Because you have 10 people or so at a table of your family, all backs to everything around them, heads down reading and talking for an hour and a half to 2 hours. So I thought the story is going to be Ben standing up, at the end of the Seder and going, I got something to say, and then go through this whole mystery scenario. So that
Mm.
started that way, right? And then it was coming up with what the mystery is, and then seeing how does the character grow within that mystery, and that's how I wrote it. So then it's an outline, right? Kind of like
Hmm.
a page by page outline for what I want to happen on each page.
Hmm.
Then I somewhat macro blow it up and I put in little bits of dialogue, or if I come up with a joke or a gag or something I want to show between characters,
Yeah.
that'll go in. And then I go full script.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. What is your favorite part of the process then? I've heard some people say, like you said, like I would imagine, well, the amount of work you put into the characters sounded fun,
Yeah.
since you started off with that. But I know some people get stuck the work of doing the story. Now, some people just kind of like seeing how things end up. I've heard different writers say
It
different
is.
things.
I mean, I think I could say my favorite part of the process is getting artwork in from Alex after it's already written. It's the collaboration with Alex is really open. So the way we do that is we're talking a lot, and a lot of co-creators and writers and artists don't always have that much of an open line of communication. Sometimes it's, oh, just send me an email or just do this or put bullet points and what have you.
Yeah.
Um, but we talk a lot, we text a lot, we go over it. We both really
We do this for.
are a part of this and care about the characters.
Yeah.
So when Alex and I are collaborating, for instance, on the Hanukkah story, I want it's opening up with a splash page, and before I committed to it, I called him on the phone and I said, "Hey, Hanukkah stories in motion. I want to open it up with a splash. Here's what I'm thinking. Are you into illustrating like a whole splash page with these things?"
Yeah.
Because I want him to be excited, and I want to, so we really go,
Oh, yeah.
you
Okay.
know,
So
back and
you
forth
did have a
around.
vision of what some of your scenes want to look like then.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So I put it in the full script, and then on every page I write to Alex, but honestly, do whatever you want. So it's like we'll put
This
it
is what
in,
I'm
and then
thinking, but you've got
yeah,
the freedom.
if it works, great, and then he'll throw something else out, and then it'll be just better than what I thought, or he'll
Mm.
execute on an idea I had that he might have thought was a little wonky, and then he goes, "Oh, I really love it now. I really love how this came out." So we have,
Mm.
that's why this is our third project together, because we just have
Nice.
real real good back and forth on it, and a very
Yeah.
similar set of influences and sense of humor.
Hmm.
So, you know, what we like to say is we're both very meticulous creators, but not precious ones. So
Oh, okay.
we're, we're very specific on what we want to do and know what we like and do, but are very open to best idea wins, right? And
Hmm.
Nice.
funniest
Hmm.
delivery wins, and how it works out.
Well,
That's cool.
Master Fame has a question, and he or she would like to know if you have a favorite character.
I do. So let's take the main character out, right? So take Ben out of the equation.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, yeah, I do like Ben, and Ben is my favorite because of who he is. But I think in favor of all the other family members,
Okay.
there's two. One is Mark, and one is the grandma, Bubby Blue. Everyone has like their own little nickname. So Mark, I love because he's sort of the most adaptable of the family. I wanted to create a cousin nemesis for Ben, who's not a bad person and not really a nemesis. He's just Ben's opposite. Ben's a tightly wound detective, want to do this, wants to achieve. Mark's like, I'll get along with everybody. I'm really kind. and I don't, I try to let things roll off my back, you know, and Ben hates that. Right. So it's almost, and that's real life. It's a lot of people who are
Mhm.
more, you know, kind of like, or lead by their, their wants or their stress, kind of gets the better of them sometimes, and all this oftentimes can look at somebody and go, wow, how are they dealing with this so well? um, and that's sort of the nature of their relationship. Where it's like, man,
Yeah.
and so I like that because I think there's a lot to dive into with Mark. He's sort of this Jewish surfer, low key guy. Um,
Okay.
and then Bubby Blue is the grandma, and I think since the story is really a love letter for holidays, families, and a lot of specifically immigrant families, any ethnicity, multi-generational
Mhm.
families where you have a lot of different people that come to these holidays where it's all about
Mhm.
how much you're eating and how much guilt you can get, right?
Right.
Um, it's so the grandma, is the matriarch of the family, but every holiday dinner, all she does is tell dirty jokes. It's just all dirty jokes. Um, and the reality is that is what my grandmother did
Oh
at
my
dinner,
gosh.
right?
Okay.
So
My
your
my
grandmother is the model for
Yeah,
the
so my grandmother
That
worked
makes
she
sense.
she worked very blue. Um, and as a kid who was just sitting there in itchy pants, not wanting to be at the holiday dinner, every time grandma cracked a joke that made everybody roll their eyes, I was all in. I was like, this is the best. Um, so yeah, so I have a lot of love for the grandma character.
nice.
We've got another question. Brenda asks, "Do any of the characters resemble you or
Oh, that's a
Alex?"
good question.
Yeah, that's great. I think, you know, I don't want to cop out and say they all have a little bit of me, even though I do think as a writer you put a little bit of you in every character. Um, I think I'm more Ben. Alex would have to answer which one he thinks he's more. He never confessed to me his darkest secret as to who he relates to. And if I say the grandma, he's gonna come after me. No, and be like, "Well, you do tell you."
Yeah.
Um, but there's definitely characters that he loves. He loves Carpet Caleb. I know a lot for
Yeah.
the way he designed him and the way he looks. It's just great.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
please tell
I'm a
Alex we
little more
missed
Ben.
him. We
Yeah, I
we
will.
yeah, just tell him we just understand scheduling and stuff. That's no big deal. We'd
Yeah, no
love to
big
have you both back on to, I mean, just whatever projects you guys have,
We love it.
and
Yeah, he's
just
the funny one, so it'd be great. But
somehow
I
I
think
doubt that. I think you guys are probably
uh,
feed off each other is probably what it is.
we are. Yeah, yeah. We're like the kid and play of comic creators now. We just do a little thing.
Man, another deep cut.
A deep cut. It's a deep cut.
boy, that
Ouch.
is a deep cut.
We gotta. That was the joke. I was like, we got to learn the dance, so we go somewhere together at a convention or something. We can do the kid and play dance in the middle of the thing. Um, I relate more to Ben, I think, as a character. I don't know if he resembles me, but I understand him from an inherent point of view of just the nature of being a kid at a table where there's not a lot of other kids, and
Mhm.
you want to be seen as an adult. And I think that's universal. I think if you're a kid and if you're in your 30s or 20s or 40s, you're always trying to say, wow, where do I fit in my family now? Right? At this
Mhm.
day and age, where do I fit in with
Mhm.
how do I relate to my parents or my brothers or my sisters or my cousins or my aunts and my uncles? How do they see me? How do I see myself? Um, and I think that's a lot of Ben and a lot of why he kind of uses his imagination and creativity to do these mysteries and be this character is I want to be at a level of adult. I want to be with my family, and I want to be seen as important within this, within this mishpocha, like within the whole family of people. Um, and that's kind of how I relate to him. Of where am I in this, and how am I
Mhm.
seen? And am I understood for maybe being different than everybody else? And a lot of kids, I think, are struggling with that now too.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Is that part of the journey in the within the comic?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that. I mean, that's sort of the point. I mean, we kind of, bury it more in the narrative, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not,
Mm-hmm.
you can't have, in my opinion, you can't have comedy without emotion, without stakes, right? You can't have
Mm-hmm.
holidays without emotion and without stakes. Um,
And a little bit of chaos.
and actual stakes, depending on what the holiday is.
Yeah.
Um, so, the stakes are high and they're like,
Yeah.
"Hmm."
Yeah.
So I think,
What's your family's reaction been to? Because you said it's based on yours and Aaron's family, or
yeah,
Alex's
Alex.
family.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or,
So
or me in third person, whatever.
It's quick.
so yeah,
So
what
Aaron
what
thinks
does your
this.
family think of the characters and such?
They're, I mean, ridiculously supportive. I mean,
Right.
they really
Mm.
they love the story. Um, they love the idea that um, I'm finally doing something Jewish. No, it's like they, no, they, they really. I think my family is very like a lot of families. They're very family oriented. It's a lot of big people. My cousins. I have a lot of cousins. I
Mhm.
don't have. I'm an only child. I don't have any brothers and sisters, so it was always cousins and me. And I'm the youngest, right? Which is why I probably relate to Ben. So it was a lot of this. Um, but my family is pretty, um, interested in it, excited about it. They love creativity, so they love the idea that it exists in the world. Um, and they're all trying to guess who they are in the book. So that's fun. And I'm like, it's an amalgam of people. It's an amalgam. It has little bits and moments of people, but no one is no one specifically.
Right.
But it's true. It's like, one of the characters is a carpet salesman, and I have a relative who ran a carpet business, right? My grandma told dirty jokes, and grandma tells dirty jokes, right? And so, there's a lot of bits. I'm a big musical theater lover, and so I have the mom doing a lot of music and a lot of singing. There's always singing involved with holidays, so I love that. But all of her things are dated. Um, and so the family's super into it. If you go to the Kickstarter page,
Mhm.
what Alex and I did, since we don't have any reviews for the material yet, since it's in process, the book,
Mhm.
so we don't have full reviews of the book. We just added reviews from family members, as you
Oh,
should do,
okay.
as a family.
Okay.
So they're comedic reviews from, say, like our cousins and our parents, um, because they're not biased. So,
Right.
uh, so yeah. So if you go down to stuff like my dad says, finally Hebrew schools
Fire.
put to good use, like that kind of stuff. It kind of feeds into the whole humor of the book, and the whole thing with the family
Yeah.
is
So there's
the
Scott
family's
Schneider.
part of the story. Yeah, Scott Snyder.
This is
I'm a part.
cover A, right? And this is cover B.
Yes, that's cover A. Cover B is the Akira homage. Cover A was illustrated by Alex, the main series artist, with colors by Ralph, and the B
Okay.
cover was art and color by Ralph.
Okay. This cracks me up because Akira, you expect the red motorcycle, but
Yes,
we've got a nice little bicycle that has the handlebars in the basket.
and then in the basket is a Hanukkah present and a menorah.
Oh,
It's like,
nice.
yeah, and then instead of Japanese, we put Hebrew right over the
Uh-huh.
title.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know if this is true, but I've been saying it on the podcast. I think this is the world's first Jewish Akira homage cover. I don't know. I think if I say it enough times, maybe it's true.
It
It'll
was.
become true.
It's said right
Yeah,
here, by golly.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
speaking it into existence.
It very well might not be the case. There might be a billion of them that I don't know about.
I mean, I'll believe you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is the first one we've seen.
Right.
but
So it
Well, as
must be
far as
true.
I'm concerned, you're
there
right.
you
It
go.
is the first.
Yeah, but we're proud of it. I think both covers came out beautiful.
Yeah.
Uh, so
Yeah. So everybody, what I'm doing is if you're listening, you may want to go to if you're listening to our audio only podcast, I'm walking through the Kickstarter page. Again, go to Kickstarter and then just put in the word Schticks, which is SCHTICKS, and that'll bring you to Aaron Cohen's into his Kickstarter. And so we're kind of rolling through that a little bit, just letting people see kind of some of the images and what's here. Now here's the one with Mike Kunkel you were talking about.
Yeah, so Mike Kunkel, we're honored that Mike is doing a third variant cover for us. Mike, you might know from his Eisner Award-winning series Hero Bear and the Kid, which just got released again. And I think it's from Paper Cuts, I think with some new material.
I'm not familiar with all that. That's
And
interesting.
then he also was the writer artist on Billy Batson and the Magic of Shazam for DC. And then
Okay.
he recently did another story for DC, and he's done a lot of animation. He's amazing.
Mhm.
And Alex and I are huge fans of his, and he was nice enough to grace us with a variant cover, and as well as a Kickstarter exclusive print,
Nice.
which we're insanely excited about. So we're dropping them. They're all going to get dropped tomorrow. There's going to be
Okay.
a new reward tier where you can get the his seat cover and the limited print, which is I think is going to be limited to 50, I think.
Okay.
And you can get both of those as a reward tier combo,
Okay.
or you can do the print as an add-on to a different order,
Uh-huh.
and then you can also do. We have all three covers as an option, so there's
Yeah.
lots of stuff you can do.
Yeah,
I think
we'll
you
work
can,
through the
if you
options
scroll
here in a
down a
minute.
little bit, you can see the two preliminary sketches. That's what we're going to show tomorrow, just larger, but they're
Okay.
small.
Yeah.
So
So how does that work? So if someone's already said I want to help support, they can go back and add the print if they wanted to.
Yep. The print could be an add-on. The cover, that other issue can be an add-on. If you back all three covers, then you just add the print if you want that.
Cool.
So there's lots of variations to it.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing about Kickstarter is all the different, you do what matches. Was that all part of? I lost his name. The gentleman who did your site for you,
Joey.
Joey. Yeah, thank you. Sorry, Joey. Um, um, was that all part of what did he help come up with, like the different pledge amounts and all that for you guys, or give you insights
Some
to
of them,
that?
yeah. We kind of came to the table with some ideas, and then he came with some, and then we, had it out and put our heads together, and hopefully had some good ideas combined. But yeah, he was definitely integral to coming up. He came up with some of them, kind of throughout. We said we want to do this, and he goes, "Here's a better way of doing that." So it was very good.
Nice,
Yeah. And
nice.
these are the prelim sketches that you're gonna see them bigger tomorrow because that's what we have right now to show. The
Okay,
cover on the left and the Hanukkah print on the right.
so this is
Yeah,
cover C then,
that's cover C,
and
which
then
is
this
like a
is the print.
Passover cover, and the Hanukkah
Oh,
print.
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
All right, so
I love the Hanukkah print. Totally gives me a Scooby Doo vibe, so I'm like 100% into it.
I love it. Excuse me. So with the goals that you've so far, goals unlocked. So two Sunday funny pages. So expanding the book. Now it's not a 28-page book. It's going to be a 30-page book.
Yeah, and let me tell you what that's going to be because it's pretty cool. Because I was telling you that Alex and I love the Sunday Funnies, and it's a huge influence on our work. We're actually creating comic strips with the Feynmans. So you'll get the book with the stories, the comic book, and then the 2 pages are going to open up like a double page, like a newspaper, and it'll be 6 4-panel comic strips
Wait, what's
featuring
a newspaper? No, I'm
the
just kidding. I'm
Feynmans.
teasing.
I said like a newspaper. If you Google it.
If you Google
So 4-panel sticks and stone strips. It was important to us to have the logo be very Sunday Funny style and
Yeah.
something. So we're gonna have that. So unlocked already is the screensaver, the bookmark, and a poker playing card with the cover on it. Should be
Now,
that.
do you just do one
One
card?
card, yeah, one card at random.
So in other
Oh.
words, we probably have to buy 52 different ones so we can hopefully come
Get
out
a
with a
full
full
deck.
deck.
52 for a full deck. I will never have a full deck.
He caught it. He's quick, everybody.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. The reviews are in from our families.
Yeah, I was reading some of those. They're pretty good.
What do you mean I can't buy it in the bookstore? I have to use the computer? All of our grandparents. That's good. Finally, Hebrew school paid off. That's the one you mentioned with your dad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was just kind of cool. What Alex and I wanted to do was create a page that was organic to the story, right? That the whole thing sort of fed into the humor and concept and family, and
Mm-hmm.
that's sort of how this all came about.
Oh my goodness, this is fun. Yeah, welcome to the Feynman universe.
Yes, trademark. Yeah.
You're right. You may need to. It's the first time I've heard it. Yep.
Yeah.
First use recorded right here live.
There you go.
On
There you go.
April 23rd. I mean, it was out 14
Let's get
days
it
ago,
done.
but I'm just saying.
Let's get it done. Find my website. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
Yeah, the Feynman's universe. And part of that is my thought that all these characters are going to be able to interconnect in a bunch of different stories, right? So
Yeah.
these stories will focus on Ben a lot, but the Passover story is Ben and his cousin, right? Then we have Ben and Mark, and then we have Ben and Ella, and then in the Purim story, it's Ben and his dad team up,
Okay.
right? So there could be stories where we focus on the uncle and we focus on the grandparents. I mean, so it's really this, like you do with old Hanna-Barbera cartoons, or like you do with Simpsons and Family Guy, all the characters have their own narrative. So we want to get to a point with these characters where it's really a universe of these, this family and the people around them.
Love it. That is great. All the Jewish funny, none of the Jewish guilt. Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Now let me do this. Everybody just give me just a second here. I'm gonna move myself because I want to talk about the support structures. So as with any project, Kickstarter does, hey, $1 just because you believe in what they're doing. If you can do that, that would be splendorific. Available rewards. If you want to get all 3 covers, cover A, cover B, cover C, that's $35. And then shipping, just so you guys know, is shipping. Some people ask, is shipping included? Shipping is charged after the campaign because that always depends on where you're at.
Yeah.
Right.
So with that, estimated delivery is going to be November 2026. So keep that in mind, everybody. It's Kickstarter. So, but you get physical copies as well as you pledge $35. If you want to get it digital is going to be that's $5. The Nosh. I may need a dictionary to help me with all the words, what they mean.
I'm just seeing. Let's Google it. I could be your Berlitz for the whole thing. I think.
God, I got to look up Berlitz now.
No, it's language for language. Yeah. So some of we I made all of the rewards Yiddish or Jewish in nature, and some of them were just deli phrases. Like the combo and the platter and the nosh. So you go to the deli and that's how you order.
Nice.
The Ryan the Kaiser.
If you wanted to just get cover A, that's $12 for cover A. If you just want cover B, also $12. $12. And then if you want the C variant, just the C variant one, Hanukkah, it's $15. And then if you want signed and remarked, what does remarked mean?
So Alex will do like a small character head sketch, either on the cover or on the inside of the book.
Oh, cool. Yeah. If you want A.
So, and this is a sketch tier. Sketch Not Kvetch was the number 1. That's Alex's sketch tier. So you get original art, a sketch from Alex, and a copy of the book with his cover for $75. And that's limited to 10.
There's only 10 of these available.
And his sketches are incredible. Just really good. You can do any character. That's a Hagar.
Yeah.
I was trying to recognize what that was.
I was like, it looks familiar, and I can't place him. Now we really went back for another deep cut.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, we're getting old. No, I'm just kidding.
And
All
then
right,
there's
let's.
also a sketch tier from Ralph. So Ralph has a sketch tier for 75, also limited to
Okay.
10. And
Hmm.
that's his
That's
Gambit,
Gambit.
which is also beautiful.
I like it. Wow. There's two of those. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and then we have a couple of retailer tiers. We have a 10 copy tier for retailers, and then
Okay.
a 20 copy tier for retailers, which is at a MSRP discount.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Does that do they have to show that they're a retailer? Is there like special rules for that of how
No,
that
we
works?
just know from where we're sending to, in terms
You
of that
can
it's a
tell.
retailer or not. Yeah, but otherwise,
Yeah.
yeah. If someone wants 10 copies to give to their bookstore or what have you, or
Hmm.
their library, this is all kind of the same thing.
Neat.
Yeah,
Okay. Huh.
yeah. And then this next tier is something we created called Stay in Shul. Shul is means temple. Um, and it's a tier just for religious institutions and education institutions. So
Okay.
while it's not an educational book, we recognize that it's a Jewish cultural holiday book that's for the whole family. We'd love to talk
Hmm.
about what that's about and talk about the holidays. So
Yeah.
if you have a church or a temple or a community center or a school, and you want copies for the people that go there or to have on
Hmm.
hand or students, this is a
Hmm.
steep discount on 20 copies to have. And then Alex and I will also do a 30 to 45-minute video chat with your community
Nice.
center or your congregation or your students about whatever you want.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you already got one. Nice.
Yeah.
All right, next one, the Plata.
I know the joke we made was, should we charge extra to have us not talk? Yeah. It's 135 for us to talk. It's 145 if we don't say anything at all. Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
So this is the higher retailer tier.
Okay, you just get more units. Okay,
Yeah.
which is
Um,
nice.
and then the early birds, those are all
That's all
gone.
gone.
And then we were very fortunate. All of um, the big reward of the draw in, we had a reward where Alex will draw you into the Purim story,
Oh,
uh,
nice.
along with the print. Those all went. We had three of those, and those
Mm,
went kind of off the
pretty
top.
right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 300 be drawn into the issue.
Be drawn into the issue, and then there was a one of one after that, and that went too, and that was 500, and
500.
that was you actually get the original. That was the only original art one. You get the original art page that has your likeness on it
Oh,
from the story. Yeah.
very cool. Very cool. Man, that is really neat.
So
I
yeah, we
am,
tried to put something in there.
yeah, I'm super intrigued just because from the aspect of I'm going to have to, as you said, Google it for my
Yeah, Google some of
Yiddish
that. If you wanted,
dictionary.
if you wanted to show some of the artwork, you could see how Alex put it all together. It's also on the. We have 5 preview pages on there. So
Okay, here, let me go.
yeah, if someone
Um,
were to go to the site to look at it, they would get 5 fully lettered preview pages
um,
to kind of get the vibe.
here, let me see if
This
I
is
can
all
get
the
down
way
there. There
down.
we go. Okay, yeah. Let me do that. Let me bring it up. Yeah, thanks for saying that. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, so it just we
Let
could
me
give
move
Alex
me.
and Ralph all their flowers for their many talents.
Yeah, right on. Okay, so here's the pages. So still scrolling down the first page. So here we go. Um, this isn't. Let's see. Okay, so here's so you guys can see it. Hang on just a second. Okay. Let's see. Can you guys see that? Okay. I don't think so. Here, let me try something. I'm gonna make this much more
Super big.
bigger.
I knew it was coming.
I don't know. All right, here we go.
Oh, whoa. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna move us, everybody. Mike, I'm gonna move you to the top. All right. There we go. I love that's one thing I love about EV Mux is you can change stuff on the fly. You're not locked in. Okay, sorry. All right, so here's our preview pages that we're checking out. And so it looks like everybody's having a dinner.
Yeah, so this is the beginning of the Passover story, and you can just see kind of the style in which we're doing the book.
Mm-hmm.
That cartoon is fun. style
Hmm.
that we talked about, and that I think really lends itself to this type of story.
This is
It's very,
really good.
yeah,
The
and
penciling and the coloring are great.
yeah, Alex's designs for these characters are mind-blowingly good, and Ralph really crushed it with the colors. We had large conversations about how we wanted the color to be like you're in your family's living room or the back room of a nice Italian restaurant, right? Was kind of what we wanted it to feel like, and that's the vibe it sort of gives off.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know what's interesting? Just looking at the coloring. He's coloring with the lighting to help you with the lighting
Yeah,
as well.
he's big on
Good.
lighting. It's
Yeah.
yeah, that wasn't that just came, he just came that way. I was like, this is really nice, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big on sources of light.
Yeah. Here it is. Someone's been stealing from the family.
Right. That's
Yeah.
what I was reading earlier.
Yeah, and he stands up in the beginning, at Passover. The youngest person at Passover recites the four questions, which is part of the Seder. You ask four questions at Passover. And so Ben stands up, and the way he announces the mystery is, I have a fifth question. And
Oh, okay.
there is no fifth question. But his fifth question is this, how do we know someone's, not cheating everybody, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Here it is. I have a fifth question.
Yeah. Yeah. And so that's one of those things that's just sort of baked in. We don't over explain it. We just put it there. If it's a reference that you grab, awesome. If you look it up, awesome. If you don't, it doesn't matter. You still get the story.
Oh,
So
my
since you're
goodness.
a fan of Scooby-Doo, please tell me that at some point in the story, Mark tries to pull off somebody's face like a mask.
So what's interesting about it is, I purposely chose holidays that I thought would be great visually and great for mysteries.
Mm-hmm.
And, Passover, Hanukkah, and Purim. A big part of Purim is costumes. There's a big costume gathering
Mm,
of all the families and the parties. Everyone wears
okay.
costumes and outfits. So it's very much in the vein of that Scooby-Doo where you can't tell who's who and everyone's wearing a costume.
When the whole time
Intriguing.
it was old man Smithers.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
the mayor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
Oh
this
my
page I
goodness.
particularly, kind of like when we settled on this and Alex, showed me what he was doing with these character designs on this page. That's when we kind of realized, wow, we have a real family here. We got to tell more stories with this family, right?
Yeah.
Um, and what was fun about this is we wanted to introduce, it was, I rewrote this page a lot because I really wanted to make it so every family member had a nice introduction. You knew who
Hmm.
they were very quickly. And also it read kind of like a rap sheet where it was him quickly going over suspects in his mystery, right?
Okay.
Nice.
So it was a nuanced page. So I kept returning to it and kept returning to it and kept returning to it. Um, and really love where it nailed. And there's the mom who sings all the time, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So we've got everybody. So those who are listening, Uncle Joe, Dottie Double, Carpet Caleb, Music Mom,
Bubby
Bubby
Blue.
Blue, and Poppy No Cuts.
Yeah, because he doesn't cut his own food.
Oh my gosh.
So Bobby has to do it. Bubby,
Yeah, so
excuse
Bubby
me.
cuts his food for him. She's doing it in the
She's doing
panel.
it in the panel. Yeah. Remember Ronnie, Dental David, Cousin Mark, and David's Dental David. And is that Ben or is that David? Hang on a second. I'm counting.
Ben's in the background.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right there.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, got it. Oh my goodness. Oh, and Prophet Elijah, miracle worker,
Prophet
missed every
Elijah, which
Seder since 84.9 BC. Oh gosh, that's a good one.
that was a
Good
that was a
one.
fun joke to land. I mean, and that's Alex's layout for that lands the joke. Like I wrote it, and then we are like, how's this going to land? And then when he had that panel at the end, I was like, oh, yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I went in and I rewrote that panel again. I rewrote that caption again to make it tighter.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Nice.
That's some funny stuff right there. Oh my goodness.
You got to have Prophet Elijah in the empty chair as a part of the family, you know.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
The last panel on this page, the panel description I had there for Alex. No, you're up. You already passed it. It was that
this
little,
one.
that little tiny one. Yeah. I said, Ben is standing behind Mark like Batman standing behind Joker in Dark Knight. Only he's a head shorter and not intimidating. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Nice. Oh my gosh.
Oh, these are fun panels.
Yeah, and this is fun. This is, also a testament to Ralph's colors. Those are little flashbacks, and he just did all this blue tinge to them, which sets them apart from the main storyline.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, we are. Oh my goodness, this went by quick. Holy moly, guacamole, Batman! We're at the hour mark. Aaron, hey, thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out with us. This was fun.
Yeah,
this was
thanks
great.
for having me. You guys are super fun. I enjoyed the conversation and the hang.
Yeah, this is good. So everybody, please be sure to check out the Kickstarter site. Once again, look up the word Schticks, SCHTICKS.
It makes me giggle every time I hear it.
Got it.
Right. And Aaron Cohen, you'll see it. He's the one that's posted, so you'll see him. Like Cohen, as we talked about, Aaron was so gracious. I asked him before we got on the show, I want to make sure I pronounce your name correctly. He's like, Cohen Brothers. I'm like, okay, that'll work. So thank you.
No problem.
Awesome.
Oh man. Well, everybody, hey, thanks so much for joining us. I really appreciate you hanging with us. Here's the dealio. So everybody, please check out our website at www.twogeeksmic.com. That's the number 2 GEEKSMIC.com. There you'll find all things Two Geeks. You'll see our gateway to our podcast page. You will see kind of the things that are coming up, which also is a reminder that I need to update that page. So I'll be updating that page, show all this. And you can get to our merch page from there as well. But if you want to go directly to our merch page, which we've got some fun t-shirts, but it's www.twogeeksmicmerch.com. And if you want to reach out to us, the best way to do that is through our email, which is show@twogeeksmic.com. If you'd like to support us, we have our Ko-fi page, which is ko-fi.com/2, the number 2 GEEKS, Two Geeks. We have a $1 tier, a $2 tier, and a $3 tier, and all that money goes to pay, as the joke goes, is Mike's Lamborghini. I'm just kidding. So it is technically
No,
that's
it's
just
the Batmobile.
It's the Batmobile, right? Well, we're reading Batman. I just finished it. Mike's in the middle of reading John Jackson Miller's Batman. Oh shit.
Revolution.
Thank you. So there's a bat van in there. So just saying, it's a bat van we're supporting. I'm just kidding. So the biggest thing about that is it just helps us pay for the stuff to do this. We just have a great time. We want to have a great time with everybody. So Mike, anything else?
Real quick, I'd like to recognize a couple comments. Our friend Sam from the Down Under said, hello, great to catch you guys early in the morning. Usually we're on Saturday mornings and he's getting ready for bed. So.
Right.
All right.
Good morning, Sam.
Thank you, Sam, for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it.
And Nobody Fool said he's going to check it out. So
nice.
Oh, thanks. Awesome.
And
appreciate it.
Nobody's Fool is another one of our regulars
too, yeah.
So, thank you.
So we appreciate
All
it.
right.
So he's into comics too. So
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right, Mike, your turn.
All right. So with that said, if you made it this far, please make sure and go and like and subscribe to us on the socials. We are active on Facebook and Instagram, where I try to post funny memes, interesting comic book related stuff, or cartoon related stuff, or movie related stuff, so on and so forth. And then, of course, I post whenever we're about to go live. And speaking of going live, we go live normally on Saturday mornings at wait a minute, what time? 9 a.m. Central Standard Time.
You got
and
caught up in what time zones they were.
Yeah, I
That's
was
what
like,
you were
wait,
trying to
well, yeah, we're going across 3 time zones, so
tonight.
it's kind of like Doctor Who, just flying all the way across the time zones, time continuum. Anyway, yeah, we're normally live on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. You do the math on the rest because I don't like math. Anything else?
Nope, that's it. Hey,
right.
Aaron, thanks so much for being with us. This was great.
Yeah,
Thanks
really
you both.
appreciate
I
it.
really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so please do not Steven skip this episode because we are much more better than the rest. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for joining us today on the Two Geeks and a Microphone podcast. Tune in next week when we will have more news and reviews. Until then,